May this light serve as a beacon for our collective efforts towards a sustainable future. And before moving on to the proceedings, I request all our dignitaries to kindly move on to the inauguration ceremony of International Conference, unveiling the conference proceedings, officially launching the Global Multidisciplinary Dialogue. Thank you so much, sir. Kindly make yourself comfortable. It is an absolute privilege to welcome the brilliant minds and pillars of leadership who have graced this occasion with us with their kind presence. Welcome to our chief guest and distinguished guest. First and foremost, we extend our deepest gratitude and a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Baljeet Kaur, Honorable Cabinet Minister, Social Justice Empowerment and Minorities, Social Society and Women and Child Development, Government of Punjab. Your presence today is immensely important for this sustainable governance. Thank you, ma'am. We are also honored to welcome our esteemed guest of honor and keynote dignitaries sitting up here, Honorable Vice Chancellor from Himachal Pradesh University, Professor Dr. Manveer Singh. Welcome you, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev, Punjab State Open University, Patiala, Dr. Ratan Singh. Honorable Vice Chancellor, DAB University, Jalandhar, Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar. Honorable former Vice Chancellor of Chandigarh University, Executive Director of GCC School, Gurugram, India, and National Director, ATMC Australia, Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna. The Honorable Deputy Secretary, University Grants Commission, Mr. Vinod Singh Yadav. We welcome you, sir. Then we have renowned professor from University Technology, Mara, Malaysia, Professor Dr. Farida H.J. Hassan. Then Honorable Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Bua, Cameroon, Professor Dr. Kingsley L. Ngange. And then we have Professor Dr. Nseme Stephen Dode, Senior Lecturer from University of Bua, Cameroon. And we have renowned professor from Global Next University, Malaysia, Professor Dr. Dalwinder Kaur, and Honorable Deputy Director Research, City University, Ajman, UAE, Dr. Varinder Singh Rana. We welcome you all, sir and ma'am. And now it's time to honor the most 20th pillars of our university, the growth and excellence of our institution, which are driven by the vision of our leaders. It is my immense pleasure to welcome the pillars of CT University, our guiding force, Honorable Chancellor Sardar Charanjit Singh Chaniji, and the visionary Honorable Pro-Chancellor Dr. Manveer Singh Ji, the dynamic Honorable Vice Chairman Mr. Harpreet Singh Ji, the meticulous, worthy Pro-Chancellor Dr. Simranpreet Kaur Gill Ji, and the big backbone of administration, worthy Registrar, Mr. Sanjay Kanturi. I welcome you all to this day. Thank you. And allow me, sir, with your due permission, can we proceed? Thank you. To provide us with academic compass for today's deliberations and unofficially set the tone for this global dialogue, I have distinct honor of inviting the leader whose vision continues to shape the excellence of this institution, the meticulous, worthy Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Simranjeet Kaur Gill, to deliver the conference overview and welcome address. I request ma'am to ascend the throne.
A very pleasant and cheerful morning to one and all present here in the vibrant campus of City University. I acknowledge the presence of worthy dignitaries on the dais, On behalf of Honorable Chancellor Sardar Charanjit Singh Channi, our Pro-Chancellor Dr. Manbir, our Vice Chairman Mr. Harpreet Singh, and from all the CT fraternity, I welcome our Chief Guest of the day and everyone seated here in the second International Conference on Multidisciplinary Approaches for Sustainable Development 2026. We are especially privileged to have our Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Baljeet Kaur Ji, the Cabinet Minister for Social Justice, Empowerment of Minorities, Social Security, Women and Child Development, Government of Punjab. We welcome you, ma'am, and we are really grateful for your gracious presence. Due to sudden health issue, our distinguished esteemed guest, Professor Dr. Parikshit Singh Manhas, Director CEC, University Grant Commission, New Delhi, couldn't join us, but he will be joining us through online mode in the technical session. So I welcome him on the online chat, sir. It's indeed a great honor for me to welcome all the stalwarts of intellectuals on the dais, honorable esteemed academicians as a guest of honor. Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh Ji, Vice Chancellor, Himachal Pradesh University, we are really grateful for your gracious presence, sir. Mr. Vinod Singh Yadav, Deputy Secretary, University Grant Commission, Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna, former Vice Chancellor of Chandigarh University, Executive Director, GCC School, Gurugram, India, National Director, ATMC, Australia. Thank you so much, Manna sir, for always just coming on our single invite. I heartily welcome Professor Dr. Ratan Singh Ji, Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev, Punjab State Open University, Patiala. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar, Vice Chancellor, DAV University, Jalandhar. Thank you so much, sir, for having your gracious presence with us. I also welcome our esteemed international dignitaries, Professor Dr. Farida H.J. Hassan, University Technology, Mara, Malaysia, Professor Dr. Kingsley, Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Cameroon, Professor Dr. Dalvinder Kaur from Global Next University, Malaysia, Professor Dr. Virendra Singh Rana, very much our own, Deputy Director Research, City University, Ajman. So I welcome all the international delegates also on the dais. I also extend a heartfelt gratitude and welcome to all the registrars of the esteemed institutions from the institutions of repute and all the panelists, all the presenters who have joined us in the second international conference. Before I talk about the international conference, I would like to give you the brief about the CT Group. CT Group established in year 1997 with more than 28 plus years of the existence in the academic sector from pre-nursery to PhD. Today, the group encompasses 5 mega campuses in Jalandhar and Ludhiana. Today, we are a comprehensive educational group with a strong team of 700 plus faculty members, nurturing an industry-driven and research-oriented mindset among 18,000 plus students from 28 states and 40 countries. Through the excellence in teaching and innovation, we offer high-quality learning across more than 100 disciplines with a network of 1 lakh plus alumni excelling over diverse domains. Last year was the year of remarkable growth for the City University. We not only strengthened our state-of-art infrastructure, our center of excellence, innovation in academics, but we are also able to place a student at the national and international level. But if I talk about specifically, notably about the research development cell, our research development cell have done a great work in the last academic session. In result of that, our research activities saw a significant leap forward. I'm proud to highlight some key achievements of our research development cell. Our faculty members have been listed among the world's top 2% scientists by the Stanford University and elsewhere. Thank you, everyone. We have published 150 plus patents with several already granted. Our faculty and research scholars have publications. Our faculty members have secured grants at the national and the international level. Our School of Pharmaceutical Sciences got a chance to host 9th annual conference of the Society for the Alternative to the Animal Experiments. We are the first university, I'm proudly announcing that we are the first university in Punjab who are going the opportunity to host this conference. So many congratulations to Dr. Veer Vikram and Research Department, sir. Thank you, everyone. CT Group has already organized 6 international offshore conferences in Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, Azerbaijan, and Vietnam. Here in City University, building this strong foundation in the continuation of the first international conference, today we all gathered here for the second ICMASD 2026. The aim is to further strengthen the interdisciplinary collaborations and provide a global platform for the academicians, researchers, industry experts, and the students to address the emerging challenges in sustainable development. In today's conference, we are going to witness. We have received 500 plus book chapters across the diverse tracks. 100 plus international and national resource persons have joined us in the conference. 700 plus registration focusing on various major themes which further divided in the 4 tracks. So now, without taking much of time, I wish everyone all the very best, and may this conference stimulate thought-provoking discussion, encourage creative thinking, and open the door for the sustainable future. Last but not the least, मंजिल उनको मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है, पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है. Thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for showcasing the roadmap for this conference today. And moving up, they say that leadership is not just about position, it is about the positive impact one leaves on society. We are truly privileged to have with us a personality who embodies as a medical professional by heart and a visionary leader by choice. As a cabinet minister for the government of Punjab, her dedication to social justice and empowerment, it aligns perfectly with our mission for a sustainable and equitable world. With an utmost respect and sense of profound honor, I invite our chief guest, Dr. Baljeet Kaurji, Honorable Cabinet Minister, Social Justice, Empowerment and Minorities, Social Security, podium and share her inaugural address with our August gathering.
Thank you so much, City University, for making me the part of this program, of this conference. So there are so many dignitaries participating in this international conference, some from our state, other than state, other than country. So I welcome all the dignitaries in our country, in our state, in this university, and so many students I am seeing here who are concerned with the subject. The subject is actually very tough and sensitive. So I will start from my point of view, as you all are the masters of the subject. So I will start as a politician or as a doctor. So जो मुझे समझ में आता है मैं उसी से बात करूँगी. आपने बात की multidisciplinary approaches for sustainable development. So what is sustainable development and what is development actually? Development, it can be personal, it can be development of society, it can be development of nation, development of world. पर्सनल से अगर शुरू करें कि मेरी डेवलपमेंट क्या है, किसी एक इंडिविजुअल की डेवलपमेंट क्या है, तो अगर मैं कहूँ कि मैं बहुत एजुकेटेड हो गया, मेरे पास पैसा इकट्ठा हो गया, मैंने अपनी ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट की, तो मैं मानता हूँ कि मैं सबसे ज़्यादा डेवलप्ड हूँ किसी पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी में, किसी पर्टिकुलर सोसाइटी में. और व्हाट अबाउट द कंडीशन ऑफ द सोसाइटी इन विच आई एम प्रिवेलिंग, इन विच आई एम लिविंग? अगर सोसाइटी की डेवलपमेंट नहीं है, मैं अकेला ही डेवलपमेंट में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरे आसपास जो लोग हैं वो अनएजुकेटेड हैं, they are still within the poverty. So what is the benefit of my development? मैं अगर एजुकेशन की बात करता हूँ तो लोग पॉवर्टी की बात करते हैं. मैं कहता हूँ किताब चाहिए तो वो कहते हैं कि रोटी चाहिए. तो फर्क क्या हुआ? मैंने अपनी डेवलपमेंट कर ली, लेकिन मैंने आसपास की सोसाइटी के ऊपर कोई ध्यान नहीं दिया, तो वो मेरी डेवलपमेंट भी दैट इज ऑल इन वेन. तो सवाल ये खड़ा होता है कि अगर मैं अपनी डेवलपमेंट कर रहा हूँ तो मेरे आसपास जो लोग हैं, मैं उनकी डेवलपमेंट पर भी ध्यान दूँ. क्या मैं अपने आसपास के 10 लोगों को एजुकेट कर सकता हूँ? क्या मैं उनकी पॉवर्टी को डिक्रीज करने के लिए कोई ऐसा कदम उठा सकता हूँ? So my point of view is कि we have to distribute what we have. बांटने से कुछ कम नहीं होता. जो भी हमारे पास है उसको आस पास में बांटना चाहिए, चाहे वो एजुकेशन है, चाहे वो पैसा है, चाहे वो खाना है, जो भी है, जितना भी है. तो हमारे तो गुरुओं पीरों ने भी कहा है कि बांट कर खाओ, जो भी आपके पास है वो बांट कर खाओ. अगर आप बच्चे छोटे हैं, अगर आप बानी पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें भी लिखा है, देंदा दे लैंदे थक पाए, जुगा जुगंतर खाए खाए. परमात्मा देता रहता है, वो थकता नहीं है, सारी उम्र देता. चाहे आप जुगों जुगों तक उसका दिया हुआ खाए जाओ, परमात्मा देते हुए थकता नहीं है. इसलिए जो भी आपके पास है उसको बांटो, खुशियां भी बांटो. उसके बाद अगर हम दूसरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू देखें, जो आज का टॉपिक है, मुझे लगता है कि उसके मैं ज़्यादा अगर क्लोज जाकर देखूं तो 2 टाइप्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट आई थिंक देयर आर: इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट एंड इन्वायरमेंटल डेवलपमेंट. अगर मोटा मोटा देखा जाए तो क्या हम सोचते हैं कि अगर इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हो रही है तो वो ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है, और इन्वायरमेंटल डेवलपमेंट को हम पीछे छोड़ जाएं, उससे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता? If you think environment is less important than economy, then try holding a breath while counting the money. So आप जितना मर्जी पैसा इकट्ठा कर लो, अगर आपका विकास हमारे कुदरती स्रोतों को ख़त्म करके हो रहा है तो वो एक दिन आपको भी ख़त्म कर देगा. बड़ी बड़ी सड़कों का निर्माण कर लो, बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंगें बना लो, सारे दरख्त काट दो, सारी नदियां ख़त्म कर दो, और हम ये कहते हैं कि हमने इस जाता है कि बच्चे को लगता है कि अगर जरा सा भी किसी ने मुझे गलत कह दिया या कोई मेरे को गलत बोल गया तो दैट विल बी ए मेजर थिंग। सो ये मैं बच्चों को इसलिए बता रही हूँ कि ओवर प्रोटेक्टिवनेस है जो बच्चों, वो हमें डिस्ट्रॉय करती है, हमारी डेवलपमेंट को रोकती है। सो इसी तरह इन्वायरमेंट में जो भी कुछ भगवान ने बनाया, जो भी कुछ यहाँ पे क्रिएट हुआ, उसकी अपनी इम्पोर्टेंस है। छोटे से छोटे जीव की भी अपनी इम्पोर्टेंस है, पेड़ पौधों की अपनी इम्पोर्टेंस है। और अगर हम कुछ भी इसमें से डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश करते हैं कि दिस इज़ नॉट गुड फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग, तो वो सारे का सारा सिस्टम हिल जाता है। सो मुझे तो इतना ही समझ आता है कि अगर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की आप बात करते हो तो वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एवरी सेगमेंट ऑफ द यूनिवर्स, मे इट बी प्लांट्स, मे इट बी एनिमल्स, मे इट बी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स। सो अगर इन सबको हम साथ लेके चलेंगे तो फिर ही सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का हम भाषा समझ पाएंगे। तो बहुत कुछ हो चुका, बहुत कुछ होना बाकी है। जो हो गया उसको भी ठीक करना है। आप जैसे लोग ठीक करोगे। अगर ऐसे सिटी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ ऐसे मुद्दों पे बात करती है तो इसका मतलब है कि वी आर वरीड अबाउट आवर स्टेट, वी आर वरीड अबाउट आवर कंट्री, आवर नेशन, आवर यूनिवर्स। तो बहुत अच्छा टॉपिक। तो मैं यूनिवर्सिटी को भी कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करती हूँ कि बहुत अच्छा और बहुत ही सेंसिटिव टॉपिक, जो कि ज़रूरत है, जिसके बात करने की ज़रूरत है, हर एक इंसान को ज़रूरत है, उसमें सरकारों को भी ज़रूरत है। क्योंकि मैं एज ए मिनिस्टर ये आपका टॉपिक पढ़ के मुझे ध्यान आया कि वाई नॉट द गवर्नमेंट शुड बी इंक्लूडेड ए सब्जेक्ट, कि इस पे भी बात की जाए। हम ये तो कहते हैं कि इतनी फैक्ट्रियाँ लगा दी, इतने प्लांट लगा दे, कि लेकिन उसके क्या ड्रॉबैक्स हैं, उसको कैसे रोकना है, उस पर बात भी पैरेलली होनी चाहिए। अदरवाइज द फ्यूचर जनरेशंस आर गोइंग टू सफ़र। जो हम कर रहे हैं उसका भुगतान हमारे बच्चों को करना पड़ेगा। लगातार पंजाब में, अगर मैं बात करूं, सिंपल सी एग्जांपल है, तो लगातार राइस क्रॉप है जो लगातार बीजी गई, और इतनी ज़्यादा जो पानी के, धरती के नीचे के पानी की इतनी ज़्यादा गिरावट आ गई कि नाउ वी हैव टू थिंक हाउ टू सेव वाटर इन पंजाब। सो पंजाब, जिसको हम 5 पानियों की धरती कहते थे, 5 दरियाओं की धरती कहते थे, वो अब पानी को सेव करने की बात कर रहा है। तो ये कहीं भी हो सकता है, किसी भी स्टेट में, किसी भी कंट्री में हो सकता है कि अगर हम अपने कुदरती स्रोतों को संभाल कर नहीं रखेंगे तो एक दिन हम वही स्रोत मांगते फिरेंगे। सो मैं आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ कि आपने मुझे इस काबिल समझा कि इस टॉपिक पे, इस कॉन्फ्रेंस पे मैं कोई बात कर सकूं। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सिटी यूनिवर्सिटी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया ऑल द स्टाफ, ऑल द डिग्निटरीज। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your expertise and experience. I hope the building blocks of tomorrow sitting up here will definitely adapt your words and build up a strong nation. Now, allow me to invite our distinguished guest to address the August gathering. And first and foremost, let me introduce Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna ji. Sir is a former Vice Chancellor of Chandigarh University, Executive Director of GCC School Gurugram, India, and National Director of ADMC Australia. And Sir is having a strong academic foundation, engineering in higher education, leadership, qualities, and he has played a pivotal role in advancing research, innovation ecosystems, and global academic collaborations. His contributions towards strengthening industry academia partnerships significantly enrich the multidisciplinary sustainable development discourse. With a huge round of applause, welcome Sir at the dais.
First of all, I'm so thankful to the City University management, especially very Honorable Sardar Charanjit Singh Channi ji, a great man, a visionary leader of education world in our Punjab as well as in India. The two great young leaders, Dr. Manbir ji Last time I could not meet to Harpreet ji. This time I got an opportunity to meet Harpreet ji also. And special thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor as well as Pro Vice Chancellor who have invited me over here. I'm so delighted to welcome such a distinguished chief guest today amongst with us, Dr. Baljit Kaur ji. Dr. Baljit Kaur ji is a cabinet minister, and it's a very rare combination in my country. I see the minister or cabinet minister comes from the, the intellectual fraternity, and especially from the medical sciences. She is a doctor by profession. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to gracing this occasion. I tell you the reason. When I was a director AICT, I got an opportunity to make a Smart India hackathon across India. I've been to Kerala, and then there was a wait for one minister, and they said, sir, he is the only minister who is a doctorate, can sit along with you on the dais, so we are waiting. I was the director AICT at that time. So many states we hardly find persons. Of course, the political system is altogether different. But when the persons coming from the education background, or I can say the literacy background, I think they can make a big change because they understand what exactly the values we're supposed to give to the upcoming generations. A great personalities on the dais sitting with me here to be sharing this dais. The top vice chancellors, academic leaders from India, outside India, they are here. All my distinguished delegates sitting off the desk, and very dear students. Dear friends, trust me, in year, we're supposed to get opportunity to visit more than 20 international conferences or maybe equal number of national conferences across India. We do visit, sometimes to chair the session, to chief guest, guest of honor, key sessions, etc. It is a rare combination because the last time it was the first conference and this is a second in series, and I got an opportunity to be here, and the last time also it was a open theater. This time I got this auditorium. A big applause for the management. They could make this a beautiful hall here to make it an enclosed. And what uniqueness I could find in this conference, they could bring a true leaders as the speakers for this conference, and not only one or two. You can see the Gala Galaxy sitting on the desk and off the desk also. So a big applause for the City University. They could make it out. They start preparing 6 months prior. They are freezing our diaries and calendars. They are writing the concept note. They make the agendas very much in line. This is called sustainable development. This is the actual sustainable development, how you can sustain your flagship program for year and year to adding the colors, adding the values, because you are sustaining it with your true spirit. So I know one thing. I'll start with one small story. The guy was in the class and he asked, sir, नैनो कार इतनी सस्ती है. मैंने कहा सस्ती है, टाटा ने बनाई है, अच्छी है, सस्ती गाड़ी है, इकोनॉमिकल है. तो कहते सर BMW इतनी महंगी क्यों है? वो भी तो कार है, वो भी सड़क पे चलती है, उसके भी 4 टायर हैं, वो भी इंजन है, वो भी तेल से चलती है. मैंने कहा क्वेश्चन बहुत तुम्हारा वैलिड है, मुझे आंसर बिल्कुल तरीके से देना पड़ेगा. व्हाट इज दैट? आई सेड कि तुम्हारी BMW में 267 ड्राइव्स लगी हैं. 267 ड्राइव्स. इफ यू विल काउंट, देयर आर 267 ड्राइव्स इन BMW कार. एक ड्राइव के पीछे एक पेटेंट है, IPR है. अभी भी गाड़ी जब मार्केट में आती है, चेसी नंबर होता है, इंजन नंबर होता है. हर उस IPR को सेंट्स या डॉलर्स अभी भी मिलते हैं रॉयल्टी, बिकॉज उन्होंने अपना पेटेंट दिया है, हैंड ओवर किया है. दैट इज द IPR. इट डज मीन दैट कि अगर आज वो 1 करोड़ की गाड़ी बिकती है तो उसमें से कंपनी को कितना जाता होगा, आई डोंट नो. आई डोंट हैव दैट मैथमेटिक्स विद मी, बट ऑफ कोर्स द गुड अमाउंट गोज टू द IPR. Now I'll bring to my topic here. We are looking here the 17 SDGs goals, and the achievement year is 2030. All my students, you are well aware about these goals because you are daily reading through internet, and luckily I could see, and it is the first time in any university I could get such a big hanging of all the goals It is the first time, trust me, I am not lying here. That's the beauty. आपने कितने अच्छे से इसको प्रकाशित किया है. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इसके पीछे ये जो गोल है, आप किसी भी मैच में जाते हो तो मैच को जीतना होता है तो दोनों तरफ गोल होता है, नहीं तो मैच हो ही नहीं सकता. देयर इज नो एनी विनिंग एंड लूजिंग टीम इफ देयर इज नो गोल. बट टू बी अचीविंग द गोल, गोल को अचीव करने से पहले सारी टीम इकट्ठे में एक मंथन करती हैं, पिच पे उतरती हैं, आपस में बात करते हैं, स्ट्रेटेजी बनाते हैं, प्लानिंग करते हैं और टारगेट्स देते हैं कि तू 1 डाउन जाएगा, तू 2nd डाउन जाएगा, तू 3rd ओवर लेगा, तू 4th ओवर लेगा. करते हैं ना? Am I right or wrong? वैसे ही 17 एसडीजीज के जस्ट सी मैंने इसको वहां पे यूज किया, सोचा कि कलम है, थोड़ी सी खूबसूरत है, लेकिन ये कलम यहां पे खत्म नहीं होने वाली, जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी. यानी कि आप एक पौधा लगाओगे इस कलम से, वो कल दूसरों को फल देगा और वो उसको दुआ देगा किसने ये पौधा यहाँ पे लगाया था. थैंक यू, थैंक यू. नो. So for 17 SDG goals, there are 169 targets. शायद वो हम भूल रहे हैं. Without any target, we can't achieve a goal. Or now, generally in my discussions, wherever I go, I do request, being a member from India to UNO for SDG 4, I am representing India. तो वहां पे मैं एक बात कहता हूं कि अब ये 17 को 18 पे लाना पड़ेगा. There is a time has come, we have to add one more goal, and I believe you must be aware about this, but it's a very serious matter. वो गोल का नाम मैं जो रखना चाहता हूं, रिस्पॉन्सिबल AI. I repeat the word रिस्पॉन्सिबल AI. उसमें एथिक्स भी आ जाएंगे, उसमें उसके KRAs भी आ जाएंगे, और उसमें एक ethical utilization by every human being. I mean to say, humanization of technology or humanization of artificial intelligence to achieving the 17 SDGs, I think this is one interdisciplinary approach. Because today, whoever is there on this earth is a literate even up to metric class. He or she knows how to use a mobile phone and then how to use OpenAI. आप उससे कुछ भी बात, मुद्दा यही है, आपको चैट जीपीटी सामग्री भी बता देगा, आपको चैट जीपीटी बनाने का तरीका भी बता देगा, लेकिन रोटी आपको ही बनानी पड़ेगी और खानी भी आपको पड़ेगी, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. हमारे उसमें लिखा जाता है और बचपन से सुनता आया हूं, आप ना मरिए तो स्वर्ग ना जाइए. अगर स्वर्ग जाना है तो पहले मरना पड़ेगा. It does mean that if you want to make a sustainability across the world through the interdisciplinary approach, आपको sustainability यहां से शुरू करनी पड़ेगी, यहां से. Charity starts from home. मैं क्या खा रहा हूं, क्या पहन रहा हूं, अगर मुझे पता चलेगा कि मेरे घर के ये टिश्यू पेपर को बनाने में इतने गैलन वाटर लग गया है, मैं टिश्यू पेपर खरीदना बंद कर दूंगा, वापस आ जाऊंगा कि डैडी तुसी मैनू क्या सी ए रोटी दे पौने होंदे ने, ਇਹ ਸੁੱਕੇ ਤੋਲੀਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਮੈਂ ਤੋਲੀਆ ਵਾਪਸ ਲੈ ਲਵਾਂਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੋਲੀਆ 5 ਸਾਲ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੰਡੇਗਾ, ਇਹ ਟਿਸ਼ੂ ਪੇਪਰ ਮੈਂ 2 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਬਾਅਦ ਡਸਟਬਿਨ ਸੁੱਟ ਦਾਂਗਾ. You got my point? So there are many ways where we can. मैं टूथब्रश कर रहा बट टूटी जग रही है, चल रही है, मैनू पता कि अजे 30 सेकंड मैं ब्रश तो मैनू पानी की लोड़ नहीं, मैं टूटी बंद कर देंगा. मैं गैस ते दूध उबलन रखा तो खुद टीवी देख रहा, मैं लाइट बंद कर देंगा क्योंकि मेरे पता है दूध उबलन 5 मिनट लगणगे, लाइट इसलिए जगाई दी कि याद रहे दूध रखा पाया. These are the very small things, you know, in every family. When you want to make a sustainability, it has to be start from your mindset first. Mindset. क्या आपका mindset बन चुका है? मैं जो खरीद के खा रहा हूं, जो पहन रहा हूं, of course everybody can afford now, and parents can afford anything for the students, for the children, for the wards. Affordability is not a question in my India. We are so prosperous. तभी तो हम वर्ल्ड की 3rd इकोनॉमी बनने जा रहे हैं. हमारा पर कैपिटा इनकम बहुत कंट्री से बहुत ज्यादा है और भगवान हमें और भी दे. लेकिन मुद्दा यह है कि अफोर्डेबिलिटी कहीं सस्टेनेबिलिटी के बीच में तो नहीं आ गई है. We have to understand this, and this is what the interdisciplinary approach. मैं इलेक्ट्रिकल होकर सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिकल ना सोचूं, मैं मैकेनिकल होकर सिर्फ मैकेनिकल ना सोचूं, मैं सोचूं सुबह से लेके शाम तक, एवरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन। आप सब यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन, फिर मैं कंप्लीट करूंगा, बिकॉज सो मेनी पैनलिस्ट आर सिटिंग ओवर हियर, दे हैव टू गिव देयर इनसाइट्स टू यू टू बी कैरी फॉरवर्ड। सुबह से शुरू करते हैं, सबसे पहले मोबाइल खोलते हैं तो व्हाट्सएप पे हम दूसरों को गुड मॉर्निंग करते हैं या मैसेज देते हैं, व्हाट्सएप हो गया। उसके बाद थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ते हैं कि आज कोई सामान मंगाना घर के लिए, अमेजोन पे जाते हैं, कुछ ऑर्डर करते हैं। सुबह से लेकर शाम तक याद करिए, याद करती है 99% आप सुबह से शाम तक जो भी कुछ कर रहे होते हैं, आपकी हर एक क्रिया, आपके एक्शन, वो रुपीज से डॉलर्स में कन्वर्ट होकर अमेरिका में जा रहा होता है। आप फेसबुक पे जाते हो, आप मेटा पे जाते हो, आप व्हाट्सएप पे जाते हो, आप अमेजोन पे जाते हो, आप कुछ भी कर रहे होते हो, आप दूसरों को पाल रहे होते हो। दिस इज द वन ऑफ द अदर अप्रोच फॉर द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट। क्या हम अपनी कंट्री के रिसोर्सेज को सस्टेन करना चाहते हैं, इकोनॉमी को सस्टेन करना चाहते हैं, और हम उन्हीं को दे रहे होते हैं जो हमें कभी आंख दिखाना शुरू कर देते हैं कि तुम मेरे घर में आओगे तो टैक्स लगेगा, मैं तुम्हारे घर में तुम्हारे मोबाइल के जरिए जा चुका हूं, तुम मेरे घर में आओगे तो टैक्स लगेगा। तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सस्टेनेबिलिटी वी हैव टू थिंक ऑन इट। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मैं आपके लिए सवाल छोड़ के जाऊंगा। आप अपना पाठ्यक्रम पूरा करें, अपनी डिग्री पूरी करें, you complete your engineering, you complete your BBA, BCom, whatever you're doing, but before completing a degree, do complete your curriculum, and your curriculum is to first, how I am a nationalism. क्या मैं अपने देश के प्रति कुछ हूं, मैं अपने परिवार के प्रति कुछ हूं, मैं अपने शहर के प्रति कुछ हूं, मैं अपने गली मोहल्ले के प्रति कुछ हूं। अगर कुछ आप हो तो आप सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट को समझ चुके हो, अगर आप नहीं हो तो आज से भी समझना शुरू करें। कोई भी दिन आखिरी नहीं होता जिंदगी में जब भी कोई नया काम शुरू करना चाहे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. I hope the humanization of AI and all that you have guided today will all be noted and followed. Now, before moving on to the proceedings, as Chief Guest, Ma'am, Dr. Baljeet Kaur has a few assignments, official assignments. So we would like to proceed with the honoring of our distinguished guest sitting at the dais, and for which I request our Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Baljeet Kaur, and our esteemed management to please come forward to honor the dignitaries. Thank you. Can we have a huge accolade for them, please? May I call upon the first guest, Dr. Varinder Singh Rana, the Deputy Director, Research, City University, Ajman, UAE. Please, can we have a huge accolade, please? Doctor, can we have a huge accolade once again? Thank you. Then we have with us Dr. Dalvinder Kaur, Global Next University, Malaysia. Next name, I would like to call upon Dr. Nseme Stephen Ndode, the Senior Lecturer, University of Bua, Cameroon. Please come forward. Next, we have with us Dr. Kingsley L. Ngange, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Bua, Cameroon. May I request Dr. Farida H.J. Hassan from University Technology Mara, Malaysia, to please come forward. Thank Thank you, ma'am. Now, now, I would also request phone call upon Mr. Vinod Singh Yadav, the Deputy Secretary, University Grants Commission. Then we have with us Professor Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna, the former Vice Chancellor, Chandigarh University, Executive Directors, GCC School, Gurugram, India, and National Director, ATMC, Australia. Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna. Now a huge accolade for Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna ji. Can we have a round of applause for him, please? Now it's a distinct honor to honor Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar, Vice Chancellor, DAV University, Jalandhar. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Now we have with us Professor Dr. Ratan Singh, Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev Punjab State Open University, Patiala. We also have with us Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh, Vice Chancellor, Himachal Pradesh University, Simla. Now it's time. I request our Chancellor Sovereign Pro Chancellor to please honor our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Baljeet Kaur, Honorable Cabinet Minister, Social Justice Empowerment and Minorities, Social Security, and Women and Child Development, Government of Punjab. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing this conference with your gracious presence. Thank you all the distinguished guests and esteemed management. Kindly make yourselves comfortable. Thank you once again, ma'am, for gracing this conference with your gracious presence. Kindly make yourself comfortable. Continuing with the proceedings now. Now it's my privilege to introduce Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh ji. Sir is the Vice Chancellor of Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla, and he's an internationally recognized physicist ranked among the top global scientists for his impactful research. With over 6,000 citations, his pioneering work on magnetic nanomaterials from bulk to nano and thin film, along with multi-ferroid materials and dilute magnetic semiconductors. His advanced green technologies, including nanoparticle applications for water purification, targeted drug delivery, and magnetic storage. With a huge round of applause, I invite Sir to grace the dais. With a huge round of applause.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Cabinet Minister, Social Justice, Empowerment and Minority, Social Security and Women and Child Development, Government of Punjab, Chancellor, City University, Deputy Secretary, University Grant Commission, distinguished Vice Chancellor from different universities, Pro-Chancellor, City University, Pro-Vice Chancellor, City University, esteemed scientists, delegates, members of Advisory and Organizing Committee, eminent researchers, industry leaders, faculty members, scholars, dear students. My colleague, Professor Ramesh Thakur, and my wife, Mrs. Kiran Singh. My first visit to this university, I am feeling, blessed. I am thankful to the entire management, especially Chancellor. As Professor Manna already mentioned, the area of topic which management has chosen, that is multidisciplinary for sustainable development. I fully agree with this. The university which I hails from, Himachal Pradesh University Shimla, which is the oldest university in the state, which cover all colleges of the state. When I took the position of Vice Chancellor, my first day I started with this theme that if you want to grow, अगर आपको ग्रोथ करनी है, आपके अप्रोच में multidisciplinary is very, very important. You have to be collaborative in your action. Dear young researcher, as you know, we are entering in a quantum world, in a data science, in a AI. These three fields are future of world. आप अपने आप को कहां देखते हैं? इसलिए ये जो मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी अप्रोच है, ये चाहे डेटा के एरिया में है, चाहे क्वांटम के एरिया में है, चाहे एआई के एरिया में है, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और मैं यहां एक डेटा रखना चाहता हूं. चांसलर महोदय, मैं पिछले 2007 से डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी का एज ए मेंटर रहा हूं फ्रॉम द फिजिक्स. एक डेटा आपके सामने शेयर करना चाहता हूं हिंदुस्तान का. आज भी अगर नीट और जेई के जो टॉप स्टूडेंट निकलते हैं वो हमारे देहात से निकलते हैं, वो गांव से निकलते हैं. अभी भी हमारे जो गांव हैं हिंदुस्तान के, वहां फुल ऑफ टैलेंट भरा हुआ है. तो इसलिए आज के डेट में डेटा क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? व्हाई डेटा इज सो इंपॉर्टेंट इन एवरी एरिया? क्योंकि क्वांटम के लिए, एआई के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है डेटा. जितना ज्यादा डेटा होगा उतनी आपकी एक्यूरेसी होगी, उतने ही आप ऑथेंटिक होगे. इफ यू वांट टू बिकम लीडिंग रिसर्चर इन द वर्ल्ड, you should have maximum amount of data in your area, and that area should be collaborative. That should not be specific. If my area is physics, so physics will be meaningful if you correlate it with social science, with chemical science, with management science, with engineering science. You have to be collaborative. तो प्यारे बच्चों, जो सीटी के हैं, ये जो बाहर से डेलीगेट्स आए हैं, मेरे पिछले 35 साल का ये एक्सपीरियंस है कि अगर आप अच्छे रिसर्चर बनना चाहते हैं तो आप कोलैबोरेट करिए. चाहे आप सोशल साइंस के हैं, आप पॉलिटिकल साइंस के हैं, आप सोशल साइंस के हैं, आप पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के, आप मैनेजमेंट के हैं, आप कोलैबोरेटिव होइए. आप इंजीनियरिंग को जोड़िए, आप साइंस को जोड़िए, बीइंग ए सोशल साइंस. और हमारा जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी है उसमें ये कंपोनेंट बेखूबी रखा गया है. हमारे मिनिस्टर मैम चले गए यहां से, उनके सामने मैं एक डेटा रखना चाहता था. मैं नॉन मेडिकल का विद्यार्थी रहा हूं, लेकिन पिछले 30 सालों से मैंने फिजिक्स को अगर सबसे ज्यादा कहीं कोलैबोरेट किया है तो मेडिकल साइंस के साथ किया है। वो चाहे एंजाइम की दुनिया है, चाहे डीएनए की दुनिया है, मैंने मैग्नेटिक नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी को जोड़ा है। दूसरा, इस इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के माध्यम से एक चीज जो प्रैक्टिकली कहना चाहता हूं, दुनिया सूक्ष्म की तरफ जा रही है। पिछले 3 साल से अगर नोबेल प्राइज देखें तो वो एक इंडिकेट कर रहा है वर्ल्ड इज मूविंग इन द क्वांटम। क्वांटम का मतलब है सूक्ष्मता। जब आप सूक्ष्म होते हैं तो आप इंटीग्रेट हो जाते हैं, आप इंटेंगल हो जाते हैं। आपने एक वर्ड सुना होगा, इंटेंगलमेंट। जब हम सूक्ष्म हो जाते हैं तो हम इंटेंगल हो जाते हैं। इंटेंगलमेंट का मतलब यह है चांसलर साहब, इंटेंगलमेंट का मतलब यह है कि अगर सूक्ष्म पार्टिकल इलेक्ट्रॉन एक हिस्सा अगर सीटी में रखा है, दूसरा हिस्सा अगर 7 समुंदर पार रखा है, तो आपस में इंटेंगल हो जाते हैं। उनके बीच ऐसा लिंक बन जाता है जो स्पेस और टाइम से परे होता है। तो डियर स्टूडेंट, ये जो 300 साल की हमारी साइंस है, जो 300 साल की हमारी साइंस है, इसका आधार है स्पेस एंड टाइम। लेकिन मैं आपके सामने एक अगली चुनौती रख रहा हूं। आने वाला समय साइंस आगे जाएगी स्पेस और टाइम से। वो क्या है? वो है जो कबीर कहा करते थे, वो है जो नानक कहा करते थे, एक ओंकार सतनाम। साइंस भी आप उसी की बात कर रही है। जब आप सूक्ष्म हो जाते हैं, आप एक हो जाते हैं, आप इंटेंगल हो जाते हैं, और वो क्या है? उसको कहते हैं कॉन्शियसनेस, उसको कहते हैं आत्मा। आज साइंस भी उस कॉन्शियसनेस की बात करते हैं जिसको कबीर और नानक कहा करते थे। उनकी वाणी में हमेशा होता था एक ओंकार सतनाम कर्ता पूर्ण। वो वही है एकत्व जो कि सूक्ष्मता में मिलता है, जो कि क्वांटम की दुनिया में मिलता है। एक डेटा आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूं। जो अभी हम क्लासिकल के कंप्यूटर के जगत में रह रहे हैं, क्वांटम उससे ट्रिलियन टाइम ज्यादा पावरफुल है। मतलब पूरी दुनिया के एक साल के बैंक के एम्प्लॉय पूरे वर्ल्ड के एक साल में जितना काम करेंगे, क्वांटम कंप्यूटर उसको 5 मिनट में कर देगा। तो ये हमारे मन और बुद्धि से परे है। दिस इज बियॉन्ड स्पेस एंड टाइम, लेकिन वो हो रहा है। और ये कहना चाहता हूं आज के यंग माइंड के लिए, इस क्वांटम के वर्ल्ड में यू कैन क्रिएट एनीथिंग। मैं एक प्रैक्टिकल लाइन पर कह रहा हूं, नेचर की रिपोर्ट पर कह रहा हूं, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो तभी होगा जब आप मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी होंगे। कहना बहुत था, लेकिन समय का अभाव है। जैसे प्रोफेसर मन्ना जी ने कहा, समय का अभाव है, लेकिन फिर मौका मिलेगा। चांसलर साहब के साथ मेरी बहुत चर्चा हुई है। यहाँ पर हिमाचल के विद्यार्थी भी है, फैकल्टी मेंबर भी है। अच्छा लगा मिलके, और आने वाले समय में मैं जरूर यहाँ पर आऊँगा, आपके साथ इंटरेक्ट करूँगा। वंस अगेन पूरी मैनेजमेंट के लिए माई बेस्ट विशेस फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस। यहाँ पर फॉरेन के स्पीकर्स भी आए हैं, उनका भी मैं वेलकम करता हूँ। आई होप कि इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो भी डेलिब्रेशंस और डिस्कशन होगी, वो ना कि पंजाब स्टेट के लिए बल्कि हिंदुस्तान और वर्ल्ड के लिए एक दिशा देगी। माई बेस्ट विशेस। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insight, especially showcasing things beyond space and time. Now, briefing about our distinguished guest, Professor Dr. Ratan Singh. Sir is Vice Chancellor of Jagat Guru Nanak Dev Punjab State Open University. He's a strong advocate of inclusive and open education systems. Under his leadership, the university has expanded digital and distance learning opportunities. His efforts contribute significantly towards accessible and equitable education for sustainable societal growth. Can we welcome him with a huge accolade at the podium, please?
Honorable Chancellor, sir, Vice Chancellor, my fellow Vice Chancellor sitting on the dais, and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and dear students. Let me just say, from a different perspective, that being a social scientist, I'm a student of law, and we generally believe into that a human being is very, very individualistic. When we talk about the individualism or a human being is an individualistic and he thinks himself or herself only. Then with the progress of the society, when our laws are or our social structure is moving and it is becoming transformative, then the concept of sustainability of a human being or the sustainability of the law and the relation of the law and the society comes into being. Then the issue was about the sustainability, that how the law is to be sustained with the society and how the society is to act with reference to the laws. So friends, over this, if you talk about Honorable Supreme Court, you talk about Honorable different High Courts of India, and probably a very landmark jurisprudence they have laid on about the sustainability, particularly with reference to environment. And apart from the environment, when they have seen a lot of other issues, a lot of other evils in the social structure, then probably they have discussed about the sustainability in the society too also. But today, the theme represents about this is a multidisciplinary approaches for the sustainable development. I just take a clue from the vision of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. When the Constitution was commenced, or India got independent, then there was an approach about political power or the political democracy. Ambedkar's approach was not a political democracy or the political power. His approach was that we need to have a social democracy or the social power. Until and unless the people are not empowered, they do not have food to eat, they do not have shelter to live, they do not have work for their survivalship, we cannot think about political democracy. So first we need to have a social democracy. So meaning thereby the social democratic structure and the political democratic structure are dependent on each other. Similarly, if both are interdisciplinary, then the new concept, the new story, the new life wherein we are entering into, that is the multidisciplinary approach. Now, sometimes it is very hard to talk over that whether some of the subjects which are very, very scientific, which is technocratic, can they have the relation with the social sciences? Can they have the relation with the sociology, economics, or political science, or public administration? And certainly the answer is yes. Because if we are entering into the multidisciplinary approaches, and all these technocratic or medical being a student of law, we always refer the law to something which is to govern the society. But law nowadays cannot work individually. Now we have law and the cyber sciences. We have the law and the scientific sciences being law and engineering, law and medical sciences, law and other subjects also. It means each subject is dependent on each other and each aspect is dependent on each other. Now this platform which we have got today, talking about the multidisciplinary and development is only possible if everything is to join the hands together, to work together and move together. Because being in the education, now the new concept is coming that it is a transformation of or shifting of the credits. When you are earning a degree and you are earning a credit, now for example your degree is of 10 credits and you have just earned in that institution only 3 credits and remaining 7 credits are there. Now you can earn these 7 credits from other university in a different subject, in a different discipline. So it means you can complete your 10 credits with a multidisciplinary approach, and then with this you can have a different directions, different milestone you can create into for the development of the nation. So this is the approach over which this topic is fixed up for our discussion, and I'm very sure that many deliberations will take place. Many experts are sitting here. Many technical sessions will come into the deliberation over this, and with this, at the end of the day, we will definitely have the very fruitful results. So thank you very much. Wish you all the best for the sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and perspectives, and especially embarking on Ambedkar sir's approach on social democracy and social power. We really thank you. And now, before moving, it's my honor to welcome our honorable guest, distinguished guest, MLA Jagrao constituency. Sarabjit Kaur Jildi ma'am ji is here. So we welcome her with a huge accolade, please. Okay, now moving on to a briefing about our next guest. Mr. Vinod Singh Yadav. Sir is a Deputy Secretary at University Grants Commission. Sir is a PhD in law and has a vast experience in the field of education. He plays a crucial role in shaping higher education policies and regulatory frameworks in India. His work supports quality assurance and academic excellence nationwide. His perspective bridges governance, policy, and institutional sustainability. I request Sir to kindly grace the dais. Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
Namaskar, good afternoon, Sat Shri Akal, Honorable Chancellor of City University, Dr. Charanjit Singh Channi sir, eminent and honorable Vice Chancellors from various universities across India, eminent academicians, researchers on the dais and off the dais. At the outset, let me thank Chancellor sir for giving me this opportunity to be amongst you this afternoon. It is a unique honor for me to be with such a galaxy of academicians and eminent personalities. Also, it is a privilege to talk about a very, very relevant topic of sustainability in the existing environment. We all know that we are gripping with problems of climate change, global warming, air pollution, water pollution, and other degradation of our environment. I'll just, since I have a limited time, I'll just take on 5 minutes to stress upon climate change and the adverse effects of it on the environment. Okay, I'll just share one photo with you. If you can see this photograph, what do we see in this photograph? What do we see? We see a gentleman sitting with a laptop with a torn socks. So when we see it, what is our impression? Our impression is that this chap is sitting in a very, very what you call good environment. He's got a laptop, but he's a conjuice who doesn't invest in his accessories. So that is why his socks is torn. Now, if I say that he is an eminent professor of IIT Bombay, again, our impression will be the academicians, researchers are not bothered about the worldly things, and they focus on their academics and all. To cut the story short, this gentleman is Professor Chetan Singh Solanki, who is also called as the solar man of the country. And when this photo went viral on the social media, he said, yes, you have caught me. I need to change my socks. And I earn decently, so I can afford to have a new socks. But nature cannot afford. The environment is finite, earth is finite. The socks, if it is a cotton socks, the production of a cotton socks emanates or it gives out 0.85 kg of carbon dioxide. Right? That is almost 1 kg of carbon dioxide is released in the environment in manufacture of one pair of cotton socks. If it is synthetic socks, the carbon dioxide which is released is almost 3 times. 3 kg of carbon dioxide is released. And we all know that carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases, and because of that climate change is happening, we are having global warming. So all the, fashion industry in the world, it contributes to 10% of CO2 emission, or 10% of global warming can be attributed to fashion industry. So we all, in fact, when we go into buying products or buying clothing or textiles, we keep changing our dresses. We can afford it, but nature cannot afford it. Nature, if we keep increasing the CO2 in the environment, then time is not far when the global warming will happen, the climate change will happen, and we all will be suffering. Now, I have become a part of a US NGO which works on sustainability, which works on environment. And when you enroll for that NGO, the first condition or an undertaking that you have to give is, I will not wear or buy any new clothes in the next 12 months. So whatever, in essence what I'm saying is, whatever we are doing as human beings, it is all affecting our environment. We may not know it, but this is somehow going to affect our environment. We have to be sensitive to this. Now, I travel every day in a carpool from my place to my office in Delhi, and it is very heartening to see that all vehicles which are running on the highway, they have single person. One person is, in fact, in the car and in a big car, and he is traveling alone. See how much of carbon dioxide we are releasing in the environment. Also, we are seeing last year we saw a lot of heat during the summer. Now we all need to understand that this is a vicious circle. The more heat you experience, the more ACs you will buy. The more ACs you will buy, the more heat they will generate in the environment. Again, when it becomes more heat, more ACs, right? And we all know that air conditioners are also a very, all these ACs, refrigerators, they release chlorofluorocarbons in the environment, which is leading to depletion of ozone layer. So what I want to stress upon you as younger generation is, please be very sensitive to what we are doing in our daily life. Whether we are using water, water is a scarce resource. When we flush our toilet flush, maybe 5 to 7 kgs of or liters of water is wasted. So we have to be sensitive for that. And somebody was in fact talking about artificial intelligence. See, artificial intelligence is a AI data model or whatever we use in things like ChatGPT or Perplexity or Gemini and all. You need to understand one single query, question or thing we ask ChatGPT, it consumes around few drops to 500 milliliters of water. So for fun's sake, we may go to ChatGPT and type or see what the response for a thing is. But you need to understand, because AI works on data centers generate a lot of heat and there is a requirement of cooling them. So all AI requires a lot of water. And a simple query of AI requires around 500 ml of water. and water we all know is an important resource. So we all need to understand also there is a time for us to go back to nature, to our ancient tradition. So if you know, in the earlier houses there was no dustbin. In the villages there was no dustbin. So do we want to say that there was no garbage which was being generated? No, obviously garbage was being generated, but that was biodegradable waste, which could easily merge with the soil and will not harm the environment. But now it is mandatory for everybody to have a dustbin, right? When we used to have marriages, we used to have that patal, the leaf. We used to be served on the patal, and that was in fact very, very easy, and it could easily go or mix up with the environment. But now everything is plastic, or it is what you call other material which is not in sync with the environment. So other requirement is we need to go back to our traditional methods, what we used to practice or our ancestors used to practice, so that we don't do that much of harm to the environment. At the end, I would just request the organizers that let us have a pledge or a document at the end of the international conference where we jot down 3, 4, 5 important points which we pledge to undertake for sustainability, for environmental protection. I believe that City University will come out with an important document, and that document will be also what you call pledged by all the staff members as well as students of the university, so that this international conference doesn't only remain an event, it actually translates into something very, very practical. I wish the organizers all the very best. May the 2 days of this conference have a lot of fruitful discussions, fruitful inferences, and some practical outputs or outcomes which we can in fact imbibe to contribute to the environment or the nature. Thank you so much. I again thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Wishing the conference all the very best. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. It was pleasure listening to you. Especially now, I think they will adhere and practice the traditional ways guided by our ancestors. Now, we have with us our overseas guest, renowned Professor Dr. Farida H.A. Hassan from Department of Ranking at UITM Global University Technology, Mara, Malaysia. She is currently the President of World Academic of Islamic Management, Advisor MASCFEA, and Fellow Chartered Institute of Marketing, UK. She was a founder of Halal Management and SAIS Halamas, Director of Institute of Business Excellence, BO DPMBI. She has done international research and over consultancy, training, and publication. And she was a chief and current associate editor for 2 Scopus General, MAG, CAFE, and Emerald GMA. She is a regular invited speaker in various international conferences in halal marketing and strategic business management. Please join me in welcoming ma'am to the dais.
Very Honorable Dr. Simranjit Kaur Gill and Pro-Chancellor Dr. Manbir Singh, Honorable Siroti Sarjit Kaur Manuke, esteemed Vice Chancellors, Honorable Academics, beloved students, a very good afternoon and namaste. Thank you so much to the City University for inviting me here today. I am Farida from Malaysia, and thank you to the MC for the introduction. Right, the title that I have presented yesterday at the City Group University was on sustainability in green marketing. And I'm very happy and pleasant to meet our Sunitri Sarjit Kaur, because our background is common. Actually, I'm in business background, majoring in marketing and strategic management, and she is from the commerce background. Okay, yesterday I introduced something on green marketing which may be quite familiar to some of you, although Dr. Vinod highlighted on economics just now, right? And he did also mention on the sciences. And I think it is so important that in green marketing, not only traditional, but you begin with agricultural strength in India, and from the producer to the manufacturer, to the wholesaler, to the retailers, and finally to consumers like you and me, it is very important to have the right message given to the public, to the consumers, or to the human well-being, okay, to the well-being of human mankind, that the message is that our produce and products as well as our services are clean and sustainable, healthy, wholesome, and if possible, original. Okay, what happens right now is really very alarming, such as on global warming, on pollution, on deforestation, and what we need to do now from the business perspective is to look into how best to use these products and services, not only after you have bought the product, you use it, but how to dispose it intelligently, all right? So if you look at countries like Japan, in a product that they sell, at the label of the product, at the packaging especially, it is written on how to consume, and yet they also extend the product knowledge to the consumers that it shall be disposed so that it will not pollute the environment. Okay. Now, the Chinese philosophy emphasizes on taking care of 7 generations below us. So our accountability and responsibility for us today here in this hall is that at least we take care of our next generation, apart from taking care of the family that is closest to us right now or our loved ones. So in green marketing, the emphasis is, okay, although there are 4 principles, there is on the sociology, on the human, can be cultural. The other 2 would be on the environment, and another one would be on sustainability. So the emphasis in terms of business is to look into product that is good in terms of quality and yet affordable pricing, and it can be distributed to all safely, and finally the promotion must be trustworthy, or the promotion must be correct. Wrong advertisement will lead to misled information whereby consumers will feel that they are cheated. Okay, So products can be recyclable, it can be degradable, it can be reused, and it can also be resaleable. Okay, so any products that we have, we do not only keep it and dispose it, but we can make money out of it, even though at a small fee, rather than to make it useless at the wastage, and also it will harm other human mankind around. So let's try to reduce on pollution. We emphasize on conservation, and apart from maintaining it, we must sustain it. So I would like to thank Dr. Satvir for having me or helping me throughout till today. And he reminded me just now, not longer than 5 minutes, ma'am. And I think I had adhered to the timing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your thought-provoking address, especially on how to dispose the used product intelligently. Thank you so much. Now we have with us Professor Manoj Kumarji. He is the Vice Chancellor of DAV University. He leads with a strong focus on research excellence and community engagement. His initiatives promote interdisciplinary learning and industry collaboration. His academic vision aligns closely with sustainable innovation. I welcome you, sir, to grace the podium. Can we have a huge accolade for him, please?
The Honorable Minister on the dais, very respected Chairman and Chancellor, City University, the Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Manbir Singh, and Vice Chairman, Mr. Harpreet Singh, my fellow Vice Chancellor sitting on the dais, and the keynote and the plenary speakers, delegates, and very dear students. At the outset, I congratulate the university for having conceptualized this international conference and doing it in tandem, in continuity. This sustainable development is the key to our nation as well. In fact, United Nations some time back identified 17 sustainable development goals and conceptualized that by 2030, we should be able to end poverty and create an environment of peace and prosperity across the world, also protect our environment. And that is why the 17 Sustainable Development Goals were conceptualized and given to us. I'll keep on adding what we are doing and what needs to be done. In my university, what we have done is we have integrated these 17 Sustainable Development Goals into the academic curriculum, and we perform various activities based on all these Sustainable Development Goals, and we make it visible across the universities that what are these activities which we are doing, and they all conform to which particular Sustainable Development Goal. India has made a vision to be a developed nation by 2047. For years, we have been enjoying the status of a developing nation. It's only now that when we thought that we should come out of this status of developing nation, but instead become a developed nation. Somebody has made the effort. and we have envisioned that by 2047 we should be able to achieve it. But then it cannot be achieved without ensuring the sustainable development. Until and unless all the development activities which we do, if they are not sustainable, probably we cannot become a developed nation. And it's not that one man has made a vision or a dreamt of a developed nation and we will become a developed nation. All the countrymen, they have to come together, work wholeheartedly so that our nation can become a developed nation by that time. I would suggest that our university should also integrate these SDGs into the curriculum. In fact, I foresee that you should add a program on sustainable development. Why not to have an undergraduate and a postgraduate program on sustainable development? I am already in talks with some of the university in New Zealand who are keen to collaborate with us and offer the programs in sustainable development for the both UG and PG students. I see it as a good opportunity. In fact, two things all the universities must ensure in India. One is the introduction of artificial intelligence across all the curriculums, and second is sustainable development. I'm sure if we add and make it a part and parcel of the course, we would be able to achieve it. In fact, the NEP, with NEP, we have the multidisciplinary approach into the campuses. It will be a good idea if the university offers a minor degree in sustainable development irrespective of what all course you take. Now the ways are open. If you have close to 24 credits in another discipline, you can in fact get a minor degree also. So it will be a good idea if you have conceptualized the framework for sustainable development, why the student does not have the opportunity to move with a minor degree in sustainable development. Of course, the student will have the options of having a minor degree across other disciplines also, but this will be a key. UN has given a mandate to India to increase its gross enrollment ratio to 50%. Right now, we are pegged around 27 and 28, but it has to go up to 50. More and more institutions are required who can cater to that kind of quantum. Currently in India, I see Tamil Nadu as one of the states which has a current gross enrollment ratio of 52%. There is an exodus of youth migrating from Punjab to other countries. If we offer them the curriculums for which they go abroad, and if we can give them an environment which is very lucrative for them and it stops them from migrating and holds them back into our own nation, I think the universities have a greater role to play there. Offer them not the traditional curriculums, but the curriculums which are very advancing in its own niche and which are very relevant, which make them entrepreneurs, which help them for better chances of employment. And if we are able to integrate the artificial intelligence and sustainable development across all the programs, I'm sure the youth will be delighted and we will be able to do all the good to our youth, to our state and nation on a bigger front. I once again take this opportunity to congratulate the management and the academic team at City University for having conceptualized this international conference. My congratulations to all of you. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening words today, and especially we were looking forward for India to become a developed nation, even prior to 2047. Now, let me brief about our esteemed guest from overseas, Professor Dr. Kingsley L. Ngange. Sir is a Deputy Vice Chancellor of University of Bua, Cameroon, and he is here to address with his invaluable insights. He is an international academic perspective with experience in global research collaboration. His contributions promote cross-continental educational partnerships. His presence strengthens the global dimension of this conference. With immense pleasure, I invite him at the dais.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very delighted to be back here in City University after my first visit to this very prestigious university in 2024. And I'm back here this time with another staff from the University of Bua, Dr. Stephen Dodem, which is a clear indication that the number of people getting interested in City University, in the University of Bua, in Cameroon, and in Africa is actually increasing. And last time when I was here, I spoke with an impressive little community, and I think it's growing, of Cameroonians who are here in City University. Our students tell us of the wonderful things that they learn here, and we think that that's a great step towards coming back to develop our country and our continent to meet up with the Sustainable Development Goals. Cameroon, as you know, and most of Africa, is grappling with meeting the 17 goals which are development-oriented. The challenge is huge, and we have moved from one strategy to another, and we think that we should be emerging and developing by 2035. That's why conferences of this nature are very important to us, in that we come here to see global perspectives for us to be able to see how to help our country and Africa meet with the global challenges. So from a multidisciplinary perspective, my background is communication, and we are very interested in seeing how communication can be used in attaining these goals. Because what we have realized is that communication has been an afterthought, yet it is crucial and at the center of attaining these Millennium Development Goals. Most of the people who are the main actors of this development are left around the peripheries and do not know what is happening. That is why in Cameroon and Africa, largely, we have not been able to meet the goals. So our contribution to this conference is a paper that we have written, which is 22 pages, and the paper is titled Local Narratives, Global Agenda: How the Media Shape Public Understanding and Action Towards Sustainability. We'll be presenting that paper and our findings from Cameroon and Africa in track 4 of the conference this afternoon. So if you have time, please do come around. For those who cannot be there, let me just highlight 2 or 3 aspects that we'll be looking at. The first aspect is that we want to see how communication can be used in poverty alleviation, in attaining health-oriented goals, and in the general development of Africa. As you know, development is a nebulous concept. So different people interpret it in different ways. But there is need for us to have a unique approach and definition in all the goals we are talking about, because the world is a global village. The world is a global village, so we may be discussing these things globally, but the actions have to be locally, and so there is need for us to be able to communicate effectively to attain these goals. So our contribution is communication-oriented, and we are hoping that this conference will be able to help us perfect the paper that we have written on the local narratives and the global agenda, which is Sustainable Development Goal, focusing on how the media is shaping understanding and rallying action towards sustaining them. So we are happy to be back here and to participate in this conference, and we wish you a fantastic conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring address that bridged continents and enriched our gathering today. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is my distinct honor to brief about another overseas guest, Professor Dr. Talwinder Kaur from Global Next University, Malaysia. She is a distinguished academic leader with extensive expertise in management education and online learning. Dr. Kaur has significantly contributed to global higher education through innovative programs at Global Next University. Please join me with a huge round of applause to welcome ma'am at the dais.
Sat Sri Akal and good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, City University, for having me here. And it's really a pleasure to be among all the academic leaders and the youth of today and tomorrow. So thank you also for being great participants in today's conference. And I would like to just talk about AI, education, and how things are changing and how we can contribute to these sustainable development goals. Now we stand at a defining moment in history. Now this era that we're standing in is known as a zeitgeist era, Z-E-I-T-G-E-I-S-T. So it's an era that is shaped by changes, confusion, uncertainty, volatility. How many of you here have heard of VUCA? V-U-C-A. Are you familiar with VUCA? So VUCA is a term that has been used to describe this confusion, these changes and so on, and this relentless disruption. More recently, we have had the term known as VUCAT. So VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, and now we have got disruption, where we are in this era known as the disruptive era. Yet, however, even VUCAT is not enough to describe the current era. More recently, we have many strategies, including academic leaders, have started using the term BANI to basically describe what we are going through these days. I'm not sure if you've heard what BANI is, but BANI stands for brittle. Brittle means easily broken. Anxious, we are all anxious about what's going to happen tomorrow. Even academic leaders are anxious. So students, naturally, as you're going out to the world where you're going to work, you're going to look for jobs. So being anxiety is a normal part of today's era. So brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible means you cannot fathom, you cannot understand what is actually happening and what is yet to come. So this is not just a descriptive framework. BANI is not just a descriptive framework, it reflects the lived reality of today's time, 2026 and beyond. Now, I'm just going to share with you some insights from a recently published report, the Future of Jobs report that was published in 2025. If you're not familiar, you can Google up the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report, which was published, and it shows that 92 million jobs are projected to be displaced in a couple of years to come. Here, when we're talking about achieving SDGs by 2030, at the same time, we are going through this fear of losing jobs, jobs being replaced by technology. 22% of today's job will be disrupted in some form in 2030. Workforce, very core workforce skills that have been there for decades will be replaced. So let us pause here. Let us think. Nearly 1/4 of jobs disrupted. almost half of core skills evolving. So this is not a gradual change. I see this as a structural reconfiguration, just like technological reconfiguration, software reconfiguration happens. This is a form of systematic structural reconfiguration. Now here, my message to all of you today: do not stop learning. Now, what will make you stand apart from the crowd is definitely your literacy skills, your resilience, your leadership. Now, to attain the 17 sustainable development goals, we cannot achieve this in silos. We have to work together. So all of you seated here, you have to remember that India is one of the world's largest population in terms of the youth population. So this transformation, by 2030, we'll have so many youths which will at the same time present an opportunity and also a risk. So here is where some human capabilities should rise just as fast. Resilience, being strong, being able to stand tough in this era. Resilience, curiosity, ask the right questions. Always question. I think we all are using ChatGPT. Some of us just believe, trust, and copy whatever that is generated from these generative AI tools. But how many of us pause, verify, validate, and are curious if this is an authentic piece of information? Lifelong learning. I was just talking about micro-credentials with one of the professors here, and this is something that is going to be a trend in years to come. It has become a trend. Now you are going out into the working world with degrees, but one thing you have to remember is that everyone these days, at this day and age, has a degree in their hand. But what will set you apart is how you see learning as. If you are a lifelong learner, you will take up micro-credentials, you'll keep updating your profile, your curriculum vitae, your resumes, and so on. And you will continue learning so that you win. And one thing is for sure, you can win if you have resilience, leadership skills, collaboration. I think it's very important that you collaborate. And when we talk about collaboration these days, there are three things that I want to talk about. Artificial intelligence has exemplified this paradox. Now, just like iPhones, how many of you use iPhones here? You would know that we have got iPhone, we have got iPhone Plus, I think iPhone Pro Max. So I'm not an iPhone user, but I know that there are 3 or 4 different types of iPhones. Similarly, AI, that's just AI. Then there's AI Plus. AI Plus is where you work together with AI. So the human intelligence and machine intelligence coupled. This is AI Plus, and we are all working together. So that's the term that has become very popularized these days. Human in the loop. AI is not there to replace you. AI, at the end of the day, is artificial. This is natural intelligence. Always remember this. So AI Plus. And one last term that I want to introduce is that AI altruistic. Use AI for the well-being of yourself, well-being of others. Professor Manna talked about responsible AI. Now, altruistic AI is almost similar to that, where you use AI to help others, to contribute to your community, to develop the well-being and the well-being of others, and to give back to the society. Now, in my final words, to wrap up, I want to just say that the era of silos has passed. Means nothing is just a standalone. Multidisciplinary is not an option, it's a must. The era of convergence, paradigms converging together has come. So with that, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
We are immensely thankful for our guest for sharing such a global perspective with us. Thank you, ma'am. Now it's our privilege to invite our esteemed guest all the way from Ajman Dr. Varinder Singh Rana, Deputy Director, Research at City University Ajman, UAE. Sir is a distinguished researcher and an academic leader with expertise in higher education and innovation. And with a huge round of applause, we welcome him at the podium.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you all for making me here. Thanks to honorable management of City University, all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and good afternoon to each and everyone. A big round of applause for all of you because you are the part of this big conference. So, being the last speaker, it's my responsibility to summarize all the thoughts which have been shared by the eminent speakers here. So I will not take much time because sustainability, when we talk about sustainability, it's not a trend. Being academicians, we always teach this as trend. So it is not a trend, it is a responsibility. And City University, they have taken this responsibility to initiate this big event. So big applause for all of them, please. A big round of applause for them. So the other thing, sustainable development goals are not basically goals. They are global goals. They are smart goals. So you have to think these smart goals, how you will achieve these sustainable development goals. You should smart enough. You should have some systems. You should have some SOPs to make and achieve these smart actions. Then M for measurable, you should have some quantities. Make some targets to achieve these goals. Then achievable. So you can achieve anything. कहते हैं मंजिल क्या है, रास्ता क्या है. मंजिल क्या है, रास्ता क्या है. हौसले हो तो फासला क्या है. So फासला है, कुछ नहीं है, तो हौसला है तो फासला क्या है. So three things, 3 P's are there in SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals: planet, people, and profit. But 2 more have been added in current scenario, which is peace, prosperity, and partnership. So this is the partnership of so many dignitaries, so many academicians, so many colleagues from different fields, those who are present here. And these your micro actions can bring macro results to achieving these sustainable development goals. And this conference is a big example to initiate such responsibility, which have been initiated well. And thanks to all who are present here, and may all of you achieve these SDG goals, because it's not only one day event, it's not only the conference day. We are here, so we are talking about this SDG. It is 24/7 into 365 days we have to work on to achieve this SDG goals. Thank you so very much. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address, which was full of wisdom and insight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to brief about a prominent legislator serving in Punjab Legislative Assembly, representing Jangrao constituency in Punjab, a member of Aam Aadmi Party, and she is the MLA from Jangrao, our most beloved, Madam Sarabjit Kaur Manuke, ma'am. So I request ma'am to please come forward at the dais and address the gathering. Can we have a huge accolade, please?
मंच ते विराजमान साडे बाबा बोर्ड कहूँगी चरणजीत चन्नी जी, जिन्हां दे नाल छोटिया छोटिया branches like me and you sitting around them, ते साडे मनवीर, साडा हरप्रीत, साडी सिमरन, ते साडे सारे ही प्रोफैसर साहबान, ते हुणे हुणे मेरी एक बड़ी अच्छी फ्रेंड बन गई. बैठे बैठे पंजाबियों नूं आदत है गल्लां करन दी, मैं भी करन लग गई. मैनूं पता लग्या कि फरीदा मैम भी मैनेजमेंट च, ते मेरी वो फ्रेंड बन गई. सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ सब तो पहला तो मैं फतेह की सांझ अर्ज करदी हां. वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह. Today we are talking about sustainable development, but I am talking about our cultural development, where we are losing and where we are gaining. Our first guru, has given us a good message. Our first Guru, Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, give us a very good message to live like a style. Pavan Guru, Pani Pita, Mata Tartamahat. Pavan Guru, Pani Pita, Mata Tartamahat. Look, students and my friend, it is around 500 years, more than 500 years, when our first Guru gave us a good message that you should save your environment. There was no factory at that time. There was no noise pollution at that time. There was nothing at that time. It is the vision of our Gurus. It is the vision of our Gurus that my coming generation like you and me will suffer one day with so many pollutions like noise pollution, like land pollution, soil pollution. Today we are talking about global warming, we are talking about sustainable development, we are talking about so many developments we are doing. But we are not talking about us. We are not talking about us. What we are doing? It is a simple funda. How many trees we grow in our own life? How many trees we are growing in our own life? We make a big house and cut the 4 or 5 trees surrounded by us. In South Africa, there was a rule. A people who ate the fruit from seed, they keep the seed with them. And the fruit they eat, they sow in the soil. They sow that in the soil so that what we taste should taste others. Should taste others. But what we do? But what are we doing? My fellow professor has shown us a picture of a professor who is wearing the torn socks. We are wasting our clothes, money on clothes. We are wasting our sources. We are wasting each and everything. We are feeling ashamed of when our new generation accept Punjabi. We are talking about say no to polythene. We are talking about say no to polythene, but no one from us take a bag from home. And how can it apply? Actually, we Indians are exploited by the Western. We follow the rules. We follow their dresses. Dresses are not bad. Do you know, sometime before the Britishers, I don't know who knows or not, I think you all of know, there was a best cloth in India, Takke di Malmal. There was the best cloth in India, Takke di Malmal, who has no other competitor in the market of British, in the market of world. When Britishers introduced polyester in our country, polyester was that creates some, that is very harmful for us. And they make an arrangement of at one spot, in one place, I think that is Kolkata. And they invite all the weavers over there and they cut the thumb of all the weavers to introduce polyester. If you are going to talking about sustainable development and sustainable future, we should move, we should be friendly with the trees, we should be friendly with ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਲਈਏ। ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਬੱਚੀ ਦਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ AIA ਬਾਰੇ ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਮਝਾ ਕੇ ਹਟੀ ਆ। ਸਾਰੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰਸ ਨੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਡੀਪਲੀ ਇੱਕ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕੀਤਾ। ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਇੱਕ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ ਵੀ ਐਸਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ। ਬਟ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ कि ना तो अजे तक कोई इंसान बना सकिया, ना अजे तक कोई इंसान दे नाल दा दिमाग बना सकिया, ते ना अजे तक कोई रब दे बनाए हुए वो हाथ पैर बना सकिया जिहड़े रब ने बना के सानू चलाण लई दिते आ। मैं तो इक्को ही कहनी आ, एक छोटी जी गल है, मैं अपनी गल खत्म करांगी। एक बारी एक बुक है स्वर्ग की मौत, बड़ी अच्छी बुक है, तुसी भी कदे टाइम लग्या तो पढ़ियो। उहदे च सारे जानवर इकट्ठे होकर परमात्मा कोले चले गए, सारे जानवर इकट्ठे होकर परमात्मा कोले चले गए। कहने भी तू आ की बना के धरती ते भेजता, सानू सारियां नू कह रहे सी ओह बई ये इंसान तू धरती ते बना के भेजिया जिहड़ा सानू भी खाई जांदा, जिहड़ा जड़ बूटी भी खाई जांदा, ਜਿਹੜਾ पानी भी खत्म करी जाता, ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ तू इस तरह कर ਇਹਨੂੰ 20 साल मार दे, ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ इस तरह कर इस इंसान ਨੂੰ 20 साल धरती तो ਚੱਕ ਲਾ, ਅਸੀਂ 20 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ तेरी धरती ਦੁਆਰਾ हरी भरी कर ਦਾਂਗੇ। नहीं इस तरह कर सानू परे कर दे धरती तो 20 साल, ਇਹ तेरी 20 साल धरती बंजर बना देंगे। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਖੜੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਖੜੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਮਾਈ ਡੀਅਰ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ, ਇਹ ਸੈਮੀਨਾਰ ਇਹ ਦੇਖੋ, ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਬੇ ਬੋਰਡ ਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ। ਚੰਨੀ ਜੀ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਭਾਸ਼ਣ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਭਾਸ਼ਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤਾਂ बारे सानू दस के गए, कितना कुछ सिखा के गए। मैं फिर कहनी हाँ भी एक बार तुरना तो उत्थों ही पैना जिथों तुर चले सी, जेड़ा कुछ छुट्टिया वा फड़ना तो उत्थों ही पैना। जल्दी फड़ लांगे, जल्दी सौखे हो जाएंगे, लेट पड़ांगे फिर तो अपना सब दा रब रखा। सो तुहाडा सब दा बहुत बहुत धन्नवाद। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह।
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing this conference with your gracious presence, taking out time from your busy schedule. Now I request our esteemed management to please come forward and do the honors of felicitating Honorable MLA, Jagrao constituency. Okay, now we move on to the unveiling of the conference proceedings. International Conference of Multidisciplinary Approaches for Sustainable Development 2026, a compilation of global research contribution and scholarly excellence. May I request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly unveil the proceedings. Thank you all. Please make yourself comfortable. And now I request our esteemed higher management to kindly come forward to do the honors of felicitating Honorable MLA, Jagrao constituency. Sorry, before proceeding further, ladies and gentlemen, guests and fellow dignitaries, with a huge round of applause, we welcome the epitome of City University, chairmen of City Group of Institution, our Honorable, most respected Chancellor Sardar Charanjit Singh Channi ji, to ascend the stage and deliver the vote of thanks.
ਬੇਹਿੰਮਤੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਿਕਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਮੁਕੱਦਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਉੱਗਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਉੱਗ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਸੀਨਾ ਪਾੜ ਕੇ ਪੱਥਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਦੇ ਮੱਥੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤਖਤੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਟੁਰਦੇ ਨਕਸ਼ੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਫ਼ਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਤੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਮੈਡਮ ਸਰਬਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਮਾਨੂਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਸ ਏਰੀਏ ਦੇ MLA ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਮਾਨਯੋਗ UGC ਦੇ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਨਯੋਗ ਵਾਈਸ ਚਾਂਸਲਰਸ ਰਜਿਸਟਰਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ विद्वान गण खोजकर्ता अध्यापक ਅਤੇ प्यारे विद्यार्थियों एक तो ताली लगाओ सारे वास्ते प्लीज़ अज का दिन साडे लिए विशेष मान ਅਤੇ गौरव का मौका है क्योंकि साडी यूनीवर्सिटी वालों दूजी बार इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी अप्रोचेस फॉर सस्टेनेबल डिवेलपमेंट का आयोजन किया जा रहा है पहली कॉन्फ्रेंस का बेमिसाल सफलता ते प्रेरित होकर असी इस अंतरराष्ट्रीय मंच नूं होर विशाल ते प्रभावशाली बनाया है ये कॉन्फ्रेंस सिर्फ एक अकैडमिक समागम नहीं सगों एक अंदोलन है एक ऐसी सोच जो कि विभिन्न विभागों को इकट्ठा करके सस्टेनेबल विकास लई ढुकवें ਅਤੇ लंबे समय के हल ਲੱਭਣ की प्रेरणा दिंदी है अज संसार क्लाइमेट चेंज पानी की कमी टैक्नोलॉजी बदलाव समाजिक असमानतावां वर्गियां गंभीर चुनौतियों के विचों लंघ रहा है इन्हां समस्यावां का हल केवल एक विभाग के जरिए संभव नहीं है इसलिए मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी खोज ही दृष्टिकोण जरूरी है मैं बच्चों को एक टिप देवांगा कि जिंदगी दे विच जे तुसी इत्थे पढ़न लई आए हो एक शर्म ते एक इंसल्ट दोनों नूं परे रख के जिंदगी अगे वधाउणी है तुसी फीस देंदे हो तुहाडा फर्ज बनता है कि तुहानू हर चीज़ बारे तुहाडा टीचर कोलों क्वेश्चन पूछना आंसर लेना सवेरे अखबार पढ़ के आना ते अपने क्वेश्चनों का आंसर लेना मैं अगे भी गल कीती सी कि तुहाडी फीस दे नाल इन्ने टीचर्स का घर चलता है ईवन मेरा घर भी चलता है ये जी अज इंटरनेशनल मल्टीनेशनल जी कॉन्फ्रेंस है अप्रोचेस है पहले तो तुहानू ये अप्रोचेस करनिया किस तरह है तुहानू पता होना चाहिए कि मेरा देश का सेंटर डिपार्टमेंट यानी कि साडा दिल्ली वाला जड़ा सेंटर डिपार्टमेंट है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है वो की कर रही है साडा स्टेट ही कर रहा है साडा MLA की कर रहा है साडा डिप्टी कमिश्नर की कर रहा है ਸਾਡੀ ਕੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਮਲਟੀ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਬੇਕਾਰ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮਲਟੀ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨਰੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੈ ਮਲਟੀ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨਰੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਬਾਰੇ, ਸਟੇਟ ਬਾਰੇ, ਆਪਣੀ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਬਾਰੇ, ਆਪਣੇ ਡੀਸੀ ਬਾਰੇ, ਆਪਣੇ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨਰ ਬਾਰੇ, ਆਪਣੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਬਾਰੇ, ਇੱਕ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕੋਗੇ। ਸਾਡੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਸਿਰਫ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਬਲਕਿ ਖੋਜ ਕੇਂਦਰਿਤ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਾਜਿਕ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਨਾਲ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਨਾਗਰਿਕ ਤਿਆਰ ਕਰਨਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਇੰਸ, ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ, ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ, ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਸਾਇੰਸ, ਹਿਊਮੈਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਤਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਅਰਥਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਸੰਭਵ ਹੈ। ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ। ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੀ ਅੰਤਰਰਾਸ਼ਟਰੀ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਕੈਡਮਿਕ ਅਤੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਨੈਟਵਰਕਿੰਗ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗਲੋਬਲ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਸੰਕਲਪ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਪੇਪਰ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੀਤੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਅਭਿਆਸਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਸ਼ਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ। ਪਿਆਰੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਦੀ ਆਸ ਹੋ। ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਖੋਜ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੋਚ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਸਟੇਨੇਬਲ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਸਮਾਜ ਦੀ ਨਿਰਮਾਤਾ ਬਣੇਗੀ। ਆਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਗਿਆਨ ਅਤੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦੇ ਰਾਹ 'ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧੀਏ। ਅੰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਯੋਜਕਾਂ, ਸਹਿਯੋਗੀਆਂ, ਭਾਗੀਦਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਰਦਿਕ ਵਧਾਈ ਅਤੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਦੂਜੀ ਅੰਤਰਰਾਸ਼ਟਰੀ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਵੀ ਬੇਹੱਦ ਸਫਲ ਰਹੇਗੀ ਅਤੇ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰਮੁੱਖ ਵਿਸ਼ਵ ਅਕੈਡਮਿਕ ਮੰਚ ਵਜੋਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਬਣਾਏਗੀ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ।
Thank you so very much, sir. Can we have a standing ovation for him, please? Can we have a standing ovation for our one and only Honorable Chancellor Sardar Charanjit Singh Sani ji? A huge accolade, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sir. Now it's time for the highlight of the program, the felicitation of our dignitaries and our esteemed guests. For this, I request our esteemed management to please come forward and honor the distinguished guest today. We have with us Honorable MLA, Jagrao Constituency, Madam Sarabjit Kaur Vanukeji. Thank you, ma'am, for taking out time from your busy schedule and gracing this conference. Today, we take immense pride in recognizing emerging researchers whose dedication, curiosity, and commitment to research have set a new benchmark for excellence. The Young Researcher Award is presented to honor outstanding early career researchers who have demonstrated exceptional potential through innovative ideas, impactful research contributions, and academic excellence. Now, I call upon the Young Researcher Awardee, Mr. Sajan Masih, the research scholar from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, for his remarkable contribution in the field of material physics. His research focuses on polymer-based multiferroic composites, particularly magnetoelectric materials for triboelectric nanogenerators, TENG, and magnetic energy harvesting applications. Mr. Sajan Masih. Can we have a huge round of applause for this young researcher? Many, many congratulations. Now it's my esteemed honor to call upon the names of the distinguished resource persons making up this conference with their esteemed presence. And topping up the list, I call upon Dr. Qazi Ruban from University of Kashmir. Dr. Qazi Ruban. Then we have with us Dr. Rupinder Kaur. She is the Associate Professor and Head of from Desh Bhagat University. Then we have with us Dr. Pankaj Mishra, the Chairperson, Department of Hotel Management, Bhagat Phool Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Sonipat. Dr. Pankaj Mishra. Then we have with us Dr. Richa Verma, the Associate Professor and Head Hotel Management Department, SVFTM, SVIET, Banor. And now, with immense pleasure, I call upon Dr. Amit Kumar, Director, TNP, Central University of Haryana. Then we have with us Dr. Dinesh from BPS University. Dr. Harsirat Singh Gill from SVIET. Dr. Harsirat Singh Gill from SVIET. Then we have with us Dr. Kirti Sharma, the Principal from Saint Soldiers. And we have with us Mr. Sachin Raghuvanshi from KC Globe. Mr. Sachin Raghuvanshi from KC Globe. Can we welcome them with a huge accolade, please? Thank you all for your esteemed presence, gracing this conference with your gracious presence. Now it's time to honor the panelists. Topping up the list, I call upon Dr. Pavan Kumar, Associate Professor, Computer Application, Lovely Professional University. Dr. Sartaj Singh, Associate Professor, Computer Application, Lovely Professional University. Then we have with us Dr. Anshu Sharma, Associate Professor, Lovely Professional University. Then we have, may I call upon Dr. Ashima Agarwal, Associate Professor, Lyalpur Khalsa College, Technical Campus, Jalandhar. Dr. Ashima Agarwal. Then we have with us Dr. Amarjot Singh Gill, the Associate Professor from DMCS, Dayanand Medical Hospital and College. Then we have with us Dr. Anupinder Singh, the Associate Professor from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. Thank you for gracing this event with your gracious presence. Then we have with us Dr. P.B. Narendra Kiran, Associate Professor, Christ University, Bangalore. Dr. P.B. Narendra Kiran from Christ University, Bangalore. Then may I call upon Dr. Mandeep Kang, Head of Department and Associate Professor, SGRD University. Dr. Mandeep Kang. Then may I call upon Dr. Gitika Nagarath, the Dean from DAV University. Dr. Gitika Nagarath. May I call upon Dr. Monica Munjal Singh, the Professor from Punjab University. Dr. Monica Munjal Singh. And we have with us Dr. Smarika Parekh, Professor from Chandigarh University. Dr. Smarika Parekh. May I call upon Dr. Priya Saroj, Professor, Chandigarh University. Dr. Priya Saroj. Then we have with us Avan Kumar Vaid, Principal, Amritsar Law College, Amritsar. Then we have with us Manavpreet Kaur Dinsa, Coordinator from DAV University. Dr. Manavpreet Kaur Dinsa from DAV University. Thank you, sir, for gracing this event with your presence. May I call upon Dr. Aman Bharadwaj from Chandigarh University. And may I call upon our next distinguished panelist, Dr. Amrit Singh from Lovely Professional University. Thank you, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule and gracing this event. I call upon Dr. Aman Sharma, the Director from Desh Bhagat University. Dr. Aman Sharma. Next, I call upon Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Sharma from Lovely Professional University. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Sharma. Next, I call upon Dr. Nikhil Monga from SGT University. Dr. Nikhil Monga from SGT University. Next, I call upon Dr. Jaswinder Kumar, Director, Punjab University, Chandigarh. I call upon Dr. Guruptar Singh Man, Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Lovely Professional University. Now we have with us Dr. Manjeet Singh Sekhon, Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Lovely Professional University. I also request Dr. Ramesh Thakur, the Director from IQAC, Himachal Pradesh University, to kindly grace the stage. Dr. Ramesh Thakur, Director from IQAC, Himachal Pradesh. you, sir. Now we have with us Dr. G.S. Kochar, Professor and Principal, Microbiologist, PAU, Ludhiana. Dr. G.S. Kochar. And I also call upon Dr. Diwakar Sharma, Professor, Graphic Era University, Dehradun. Dr. Diwakar Sharma, Professor, Graphic Era University, Dehradun. Thank you all. Now, before moving further, I request you to kindly stand to have a pledge, which you need to repeat after. Everybody, please stand on your own seats. Can you please repeat after me? We pledge to protect our planet by reducing waste, conserving resources, and embracing eco-friendly practices. Let's work together towards a greener, more sustainable future for all. Kindly keep rising for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
On behalf of City University, we extend our sincere gratitude to all the dignitaries, scholars, and participants. May the discussion initiated today inspire the transformative research, impactful policies, and sustainable global partnership. This ceremony is now concluded. Kindly proceed for lunch. The VVIPs are requested to move forward to D2 complex, and the sessions will be resumed after lunch in your respective allotted venues. Kindly be seated for a while. The resource persons are requested to move to D2. Thank you. D2, second floor. D block, second floor. All the